Hello everyone, to Let's Play Silent Hunter 4 Wolves of the Pacific. I am your host, CodRaven1728, and today we'll begin an American career in Silent Hunter 4. Now, first off with difficulty, I'm going to be changing that as we go in. We will start in the 1941 start. I could start in 1944, but that's not fun. We will also start in the Asiatic Fleet. Even though it'd be better if I had the map to show you, but I like attacking Japanese home islands. But I think the Asiatic Fleet is more interesting. This is just personal preference. I like the Sargo class a lot. I know how bad the sugar boats are, the S-18. I haven't personally played with the Salmon class, or Salmon class. I think I've played one mission with a Porpoise class. I spend most of my time with the Sargo class. We'll have 2,000 starting renown to make this a little easier on ourselves. I should explain, we're playing without any mods. I may add mods into the future. But as this Let's Play is starting, I will be playing without mods. And that plan is to continue until noted otherwise. Now, we are not John Doe. We are, in fact, Captain Claude Raven. 1728. Now, there'll be a little cutscene that plays. I've heard by watching other Let's Plays that it tends to mess up with recorders. I tried to record the opening cutscene, and my recorder did not like that. So I'm gonna pause the recording here, and I'll see you in my office. I guess I forgot about this part. So I guess you aren't seeing me in my office yet. We're first seeing this paper saying we've been assigned to the USS Sea Raven. Hull designation SS-196, if I do remember correctly. We're to deploy to Cavell Naval Base, Manila, Philippines, no later than December 9th, 1941. Okay, now I will see you in my office. And welcome to my office, everyone. It is the 9th of December, 1941. I suppose I should go over what we have in our office. We have, by what I look like I see the stacks here, that appears to be an aircraft carrier. I don't know. That might actually be something much, much smaller. Because he got one stack. Stacks there. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We'll have our submarine. Oh, that's cool. The little periscopes go up whenever I hover over it. I don't know if the quality will be good enough for you to see that, and there's a little smoke coming off of my coffee. Never noticed that. Interesting that we've got a list of US submarines. I don't think couple of these were in service. The P class, I guess that's Porpoise. That's Tambar class, I believe that says. S class. I feel so bad for those sugar boats. I watched a Let's Play, Silent Hunter 4. I've watched 2 Let's Plays. I might remember to link them down in the description. But, one was playing with mods, one was not played with mods as far as I'm aware. And the one that was played with mods was by Effing Controller, and he started in one of those. A sugar boat, S-38 to be specific. It actually went relatively well. Now, if you can't tell by looking at the top of the screen, I'm using the free version of Bandicam, so there will be cuts at a maximum of every 10 minutes. I will be splicing these together to make about half-hour, 40-minute episodes. So you're going to see random cuts. I'm going to break the video now so I make sure everything saves and everything. I will rejoin you when we're picking our difficulty. And welcome back, everyone. These are my graphics settings, if anyone is at all curious. I'll even apply them. Sound. This may change based on the recording. Gameplay settings. I already have determined I will show you what I always play with. That appears to be it. Yeah, that's everything. A 67 realism. That's just force of habit. For me. All the Let's Plays I've watched have had this off. This is for Let's Playing purposes, and when I absolutely positively have to cheat. No event camera. I like having the event camera on, so we'll get a little pop-up box of what's playing. Very useful for when if we're getting depth charged or something and I can't show you because I'm trying not to die. So we will apply these changes. I should also note I'm not very good at this game. Yes, I am sure. Now to do more submarine things. And here's our submarine. Missing someone in the aft torpedo room. That's not exactly what I look forward to. Forward torpedo room is also understaffed. You are specialty with guns. What are you good at? You're not good at much. You're a better anti-aircraft gunner than he is. Stick you, damage control, leadership. Well, you definitely got better leadership, so I'm sticking you in the secondary. I like having a good gun crew. Good at mechanical. Actually pretty average. I'll stick you... that's okay. Skill. Do I have any people with specialization? Market. Yeah, there's one with torpedoes. I'll have to look at that. Oh! Yes, we want SD radar. This is an air search radar, so hopefully we won't get jumped by planes as much. If we do, I'm buying the twin 20mm anti-aircraft gun. Let's get the 4-inch 50 cal bow mount. That's just my personal preference. I like a bow-mounted deck gun. I remember having I'm not sure if it's a bug that causes this, but I got really advanced technology early in the game. I had a USS Drum, which was a Gato-class submarine with twin 5-inch deck guns in, I think it was like June 1942, just after the Battle of Midway. Now, torpedoes. I'm really glad I had access to... I'm assuming it was a bug that happened, where I could get Mark 24 cuties, Mark 21s, they're red. I don't remember... I think they're just Mark 21 torpedoes. And then the Mark 18 torpedo, which is green. I love the Mark 18. One speed setting, I think it's 46 knots, but at a range of 12,000 meters or something. It's pretty nice. Can I afford any of these guys? Oh, that's right, those guys got kicked off my deck gun. Because I bought a new deck gun. I'm tempted to buy this guy here for his gun specialty so I can stick him on my anti-aircraft gun. I'm tempted to do that. What about you, engine? Our engine room is pretty efficient. I'd like to get some extra people in the torpedo room. You're gonna cost me 150 renown. I'm putting you in the forward torpedo room. I'll put you there. Yeah, do I have too many chief petty officers? Yeah, I have too many petty officers. Do I... Well, I'm not even gonna worry about that guy. Well, if we're gonna do that... What's your highest skill? Guns, mechanical... You guys aren't the best. Oh! Oh wow, you get a pretty decent guns and watchman. I'm gonna stick you there. Are you actually better than any of our other watchmen? Possibly. Oh, you're better than he is. There we go. So deck watch should be a little bit more effective. Yeah. Our aft torpedo room could be better. I'm not gonna sweat it that much. No promotions, no medals. Guess I should explain something real quick. I'm going to assume you know a basic knowledge of the Second World War and how the United States of America was attacked at Pearl Harbor by a Kido Butai, or a Japanese carrier force. I'm going to use my knowledge of history. I will probably intervene on some things. This game does not simulate the major battles very well compared to some of the mods. I'm also thinking about maybe showing I've got a whole patrol on replay. So what I might end up doing is having like a bonus patrol where I just talk about things instead of actually playing the game. Maybe explain some of the techniques I use. I learned techniques by watching from other Let's Players and also just doing some things myself. I am not aware of actual tactics used by the real people who were in these submarines during the time. I'm familiar with some tactics, but I don't know very many procedures. I'm just familiar with stuff like the TDC. I guess I should explain the rest of this interface. We have our sub. This, transfer not possible. Later we can transfer to different areas. I think in 1942 we'll get an extra sub base. I don't know if you can see my cursor. I think it's right about there? Possibly? We have our medal case. We don't have any medals. This is captain's log. This will get bugged out. I'm not exactly sure why, but all the time that you sunk ships will be the same as your patrol start. This is our aces. No aces yet. Doesn't surprise me, because even though we've been at war for 2 days, I don't think we've sortied at all. These are shortcuts to our crew panels. I think this captain one. Oh, that's right. This one does nothing if you click on it. In the German campaign, there are some special captain abilities you can get. And I was thinking about loading that patrol, because it is a German patrol aboard U-198. I can talk about those there. I guess the next time you'll see me is when we get assigned our patrol. I will see you when we get assigned patrol. And it's time to be assigned patrol. Where are we going? Depart on December 10th, that'll be tomorrow. Deploy to the Philippines and engage enemy merchant shipping. Deploy to Philippines. I actually think I spawn right next to that star. There was one thing I wanted to talk about. I don't see it on this map. It's over here, though. The island of Truk. I'm not sure how well the game implements the island of Truk. Supposedly it's there. But I've looked for it and I haven't been able to find it. Now, some of my favorite things to do is to go north and screw with the Japanese home islands. We are probably going to do that. We're going to deploy. Normally when I actually get the Sea Raven, I didn't know I would get this mission, but normally I'm told to deploy in the Celebes Sea here, or down here sometimes near Davao, and twiddle my thumbs for 96 hours. I normally don't find anything down here. I'm assuming all the action will be up here, and Japan, I think, blitzed down through in this area in the South China Sea, landed on Borneo and Luzon, which is where Manila is. Spoilers, we will not be holding Manila for very long. We're probably going to have to go back way down south, back here to Java, which would be south of Borneo. I can't actually bring my cursor to see it. Anyway, enough sitting here. I will see you on the other side of the loading screen. Okay. So, we're in our submarine. Oh yeah, this clipboard here, it popped up because I hit the recording button. First move this down. Let me get underway here. This is Manila. Get a port here. Let me get underway before I start blabbing on. This game, I'm not sure how historically accurate the most fuel-efficient setting is. I happen to know the in-game most fuel-efficient setting for, I think, any of the boats in this game is 10 knots. So we will do that. I will head toward this objective, which will give me another objective. And while we're moving about that, I will be using time compression a lot, and the game will probably crash more than once. So I will be making saves in between cuts. Oh, this is what I was talking about. We're gonna have to move down to Surabaya and eventually probably Fremantle or Darwin. Or no, Brisbane. Brisbane's here. Every time I've played in the Asiatic Fleet, I've had to move down to Fremantle, but I've definitely seen it where you get moved down to Brisbane. Now, Truk. Oh, we've already completed an objective, so we're gonna get a pop-up in a second. According to what I've seen, Truk is this island here, but I don't think that's right. I think Truk is right here in this area. But you'll note there are no bases here, and I've gone by here probably every patrol, and I found no traffic. I do know that the Japanese do take this port, but I've never gone there myself. Unless Truk is one of these islands over here. I was always sure the Truk was over here. I'm sure someone in the comments will tell me, and I'm gonna feel dumb. But I was always curious if it was just the game, or if it was like my game, or am I just looking in the wrong spot? I'm surprised we haven't gotten a pop-up telling us to engage merchant shipping. There's Guam and Saipan. Anyway, because truck is to the northeast of New Guinea. Up there's the pop-up. Yes, I'm aware of what I'm supposed to be doing. And here's Port Moresby, the Coral Sea, and Guadalcanal. We'll be visiting here a little bit, especially when the seaplane or when the submarine tender gets set up. I think it'll get set up like right here. That'll be nice. Rabaul, I don't know if we'll be visiting Rabaul. We might. These are supposed to be Taiwan. I don't think I've ever visited these ports. I've always gone to the eastern side. So I'm gonna skirt a little closer to the coast. Maybe it's a little too close. I don't think my game will like that. Oh, they've already taken Apari. They've already landed on Luzon. Maybe I shouldn't stay very close then. We're definitely not going through the Formosa Strait. We will go through the Luzon Strait. If it isn't obvious, I'm headed up here to Japan. Because I want to intercept the task force before they launch. I know they're going to attack Wake Island, which is not there. Oh, there's Wake. Now, I've always had color glitches with these, or bugs, or maybe just poor game design, where it'll say they've taken Wake, but that will remain blue until end of patrol. And I've actually gone to Wake, and I've had a PT boat spawn in one of these docks. So it was kind of interesting to try and watch the shore batteries and the gunboat trying to shoot through the naval wall here to shoot at a patrol boat. And I was amazed to see the patrol boat there. I used that distraction to shoot up everything with a deck gun. Shanghai. I've never been to Shanghai in this game. My plan is we're gonna go toward Japan. We're gonna mess with Japan in this area. We're gonna stay clear of Tokyo Bay because the game likes to crash in there. And then we're gonna probably dart to Midway and then come down by Rabaul, up and around, because I don't think I can make the round trip. It might actually be shorter because we're starting at Manila, go around through here, head south, and get back to Surabaya. I don't know. I'm not really good at this game. Let's go a little further north. I'm not that good at this game, but I am good at shooting at mobile targets. And dealing with the relatively poor AI of the destroyers. But I happen to know this game likes to spam aircraft. And so I will take measures to deal with that. I'm going to finish plotting out this course and then explain what I'll be doing. So I'll see you in a second. Okay. Our plan as it follows is we're going to head north by the north side of Luzon. See if we get any traffic heading south to Manila. Then we're gonna head north, see if we can intercept any task force that are headed to Brunei or Singapore in this area, although I'm pretty sure they would launch from Indochina. So, arguably it might be better to try and go to Saigon. If I was planning on intercepting them there. There's the Atlantic. You technically can go to the Atlantic. You'd have to turn on infinite fuel for that. I have never gone that over there. I played Silent Hunter 3 just a little bit. But most of my experience in the Silent Hunter series is with Silent Hunter 2. I played for a little while. I was much younger. And Silent Hunter Online. And this game. I put probably 200 hours into this game. Anyway, back to our plan. We're going to hit the port of Hatsuki Aidachi. I'm really bad. I'm surprised I was bad at pronouncing that name. I'm normally pretty good with Japanese names, like Hiroshima here. Pronounce that just fine. Kure. And then after that, we're going to advise the situation, see if we need to evacuate to the south, or if we can continue going. I have made this trip through this area and hit Kobe here, Kobe, and Osaka. Fukura. I don't think I've ever been there. I've always gone through here, entered through this little gap, attacked here, and went south into the Strait of Osaka. Believe it or not, I've actually found a Shokaku-class carrier in the middle of the night just doing donuts out here. And then, like, 1,200 planes spawned. It was enough to make my game, which is currently running on this map screen at 240 frames per second, drop down to like 10-15 frames per second just because of how many planes there were. Like, this whole area was covered in red. I had my periscope up. Of course, their AI was pretty poor, so and they didn't have an idea where I was, so they didn't hit me. I was really glad I went to periscope depth. I also have had success going to Yokosuka here. There's normally, I believe it's in this slot here, or right in here. There should be a Shokaku class carrier. Chilling over here should be 2 heavy cruisers, and over here a battleship. My favorite missions to get is the where you have to take pictures of things, because that normally means free kills. If I had to take a picture at Kurora here, they told me to take a picture of a battleship. I took a picture of a battleship and then sunk it. So, we're going to continue on this course, and I'll get back to you if something interesting happens.